If you don't know what WOTC is, you're leaving thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars on the table. Most payroll services aren't going to tell you about it. They don't even have this service. And I can tell you that even CPAs, they say that 70% of CPAs don't even know what the WOTC program is. Hi, my name is Dan Rule. I'm with Heartland Payroll, and we are the endorsed payroll provider of the Oregon Medical Association. Heartland is a national payroll provider. We have 50,000 clients nationwide. So we're just like the big payroll companies out there like Paychex and ADP. We can do everything for you when it comes to payroll and HR, and a little bit more than probably what you're getting from those other services. One of the hot topics today in the payroll world is something called the Work Opportunity Tax Credit Program, and it's WOTC, W-O-T-C. And what this program is the government is incentivizing employers to hire folks that typically have a barrier to employment. They have a hard time getting a job. And some of those categories can be somebody that served in our military, somebody that has a felony on their record, or somebody coming off of unemployment for 26 weeks or longer. If you have any questions, Heartland is aggressively going after these credits for our clients. And on average, we're finding 1 to 2 new hires a year that actually qualify for these credits. And these credits can range from $2,400 to $9,600 for just hiring one person that falls into that category. So the benefit for being an OMA member is, like I mentioned earlier, we're the preferred payroll provider. And we're willing to, number one, waive all setup fees. Number two, give you a 3-year price lock. And number three, we're actually already competitively in the market, lower cost than every other payroll service out there, but you will get an extra additional discount by being an OMA member. So the chances are super high that you will save money by moving your payroll. The reason people come to Heartland, number one, is we take 100% liability to make sure their tax deposits are paid on time and they're accurate. You get all of the liability taken off of you. A lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of liability on a business owner when they're making their own payroll tax deposits, because if you're late with those deposits or you're late with filing your tax returns, there's massive penalties that can follow from the IRS in the state of Oregon. So our average client size, you might be surprised, at Heartland has 7 employees in it. A lot of people think backwards and they think that they're too small to have a payroll service. But if you think about it, the chances of one of those 7 employees knowing how to do payroll or the owner knowing how to do payroll is slim to none. So if you think about it, the people who are smaller in employee size need us more than those employers that have 50 employees and can hire somebody to come in-house and possibly do their own payroll. One of the biggest myths out there today is that it's so complicated and hard to switch your payroll service. With today's technology, if you're using anything, an online platform, it's actually way easier than you think. Back in the 90s, I might take a whole box of payroll reports and have to enter them into the system, and it was really complicated and it took a long time. But nowadays, all you have to do is give me your login credentials to the platform that you're on, and we do all the heavy lifting. So really, you're giving me your login credentials and signing a new agreement. It's that easy. We do all the migration of the data and the year-to-dates to make sure the W-2s are accurate at the end of the year. What I would point to of why a client would move over to Heartland over any other service would be, number one, we're the only payroll service in America that offers this 3-year price lock. So that is unheard of. Most payroll services will actually increase their fees from 10 to 20% every single year. And you won't see that for 3 years with Heartland. Number two, we offer 1 point of contact. So you know who to call, what their email is, what their direct line is, and that truly is a benefit. Number three, I would say my role as your account rep. I build a relationship with you over years of time. I get paid just a little bit every month to make sure that you guys are happy with our service and you have an extra level of support with me. So if you want to learn more about Heartland Payroll or just have a chat about some of our services, what we offer, as well as some of these WOTC credits that we discussed earlier, please call me at 541-280-2231, or you can reach me by email at dan.ruhl, that's R-U-H-L, hps.com, or you can click on the link at the OMA website.